And hello there, welcome to the Red October Network. Stefan Cassidy here, making another vlog for you. Anyways, I just wanted to say hello again. You may have noticed that I haven't been on here for a while. Things have gotten quite busy around here. First of all, I started and ended my semester at Duquesne, so I've relapsed on my sleep apnea, so which essentially is the reason why I've been pretty much absent here from the Red October Network on my page. And so, anyways, I just wanted to make an announcement. First of all, this is going to be my last vlog for a while. It's for a lot of different reasons. First off, I've been very busy with getting tested for all this sleep apnea and work and other things that have popped up, and so I'm just going to take the rest of January off and probably a little bit of February, unless there's something that's really, really big, newsworthy event or something. I don't know, but I'm pretty much going to take a break from that. Still, you can enjoy all the videos. We have over 650 videos here on the Red October Network, I believe. So enjoy all those videos. I'll be back in February, probably towards the end. I'm just going to take a month off. But anyways, before I go, I wanted to share a couple of stories. Anyways, we're employing LED lights here at the Red October Network. That's why it looks so much different from the warm light bulbs. We have LEDs for our studio. So anyways, I think the first thing I wanted to talk about was a little story. This is a little anecdote about a parody of socialism. And this popped up. It was actually on I think it was a YouTube page, or a Yahoo page. So anyways, this is my parody of socialism. So there's an economics professor, it's the first day of class, and there's the economics professor who says, alright, we're going to teach you about how to run an economy, a capitalist economy. So everybody's pretty cool about it. Everybody's kind of a little bit drunk and they aren't woken up yet. But there's a smart-ass liberal kid who says, well, I don't want to learn about capitalism. Capitalism has failed. Okay, and the professor said, oh, so I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to go and give you socialism instead. So this smart-ass kid, he says, okay, you know what? I'll take socialism every day. It's the thing of the future. So the first thing that happens is kids in class, now he's razzing the professor every single day about saying everything is wrong and everything. So the first test comes up and he gets an A-. So he's real happy about it. And so he says, oh yeah, I knew about it, and he gets the best grade in the class. He's highly liberal, highly educated. So he goes and totally knocks out of the ballpark. So the second exam comes up and he gets a C. And there's a kid who totally, and so let's put it this way, he goes and says, oh man, why did I get a C? He went up to the professor and said, why did I get a C? He said, because you didn't understand the concepts. He's like, yeah, but I've been here every day. I take notes and everything. And he said, well, you gotta try harder next time. So final exam comes out. Now he studies for it non-stop, and he still fails it. And he goes to the teacher and says, why did I fail it? I've been in class every day. And then he says, well, here, I want to show you something. Now there's this kid who's a learning disabled kid who's sitting in the back of the classroom, never comes to class, he's out drinking and everything. And he said, how did he get a B plus? He's never even been here. And he said, well, that's socialism for you. you actually earned an A, but since you had some extra grade points, I redistributed them to the kid who had the B because everybody should be equal. Well, wouldn't you know what the kid finally shut up and he promised to be a capitalist? See that redistribution of grades? Now, I know there's a lot of arguments about it and whatnot, but that's my short parody of socialism. Anyways, so the one topic that popped up, this is going to be the wide part of my YouTube video tonight. It's about the Willard Preacher. Now, for all those of you who have been to Penn State, you may have known the Willard Preacher. If you know where Willard Building is, it's right by Old Main. It's a little bit west of Old Main. Kind of faces in towards, I think it's the Tyson Building or whatnot. And so, for the first time, everybody listens to him. Now, this is an absolute nut job of a guy. Totally the wrong type of person that you would want to talk to about religious matters. And so finally somebody stood up to him and started swearing at him. I think it was a Professor Henderson, African-American guy, looked to be about 40, 45. And he says, "You have no business talking to these kids about sex. You have no business. You're badgering all these kids. You're telling them all the wrong things. They're drunk and everything." And so somebody finally stood up to this Willard preacher. I don't know what church he belongs to, frankly. I think he probably belongs to the Boston Church of Christ or something like that, because I've never seen him in a church or anything. He's just on the steps at Willard talking. I don't know why that is, and this professor just absolutely got onto it. In fact, I'll put the link to the video. It will be like sort of right around here or so. So hold that there. Yeah, there's the link. So anyways, so I mean, is there a place for religion in our society? I guess that begs the question. Well, I'd say yes. Here's why. I think that no matter which religion you study, there's the good things, then there's the bad things. It is important to have a higher power in your life. You won't be able to get through it without it. The problem with it is that the religion, that there's faith and there's religion. Faith requires no money, requires no donations, requires no building, no hymns, no songbook, no organ, no theatrics. But religion, I can tell you, religion sells money. It's for money. It needs money. And you know what I always say? If money's the root of all evil, how come God needs it more than everybody else? Well, I mean, to be honest with you, there's a lot of things that we're missing in this society. Like kitty cats, right, Bettina? She's sleeping. So, look at this. I picked her up. She's like, yeah, so she's mad at me. So, yeah, she was sleeping on the couch. So, but, you know, with religion, it's completely a subjective thing, to say the least. Do we really need to have God in our lives? Absolutely. But you don't necessarily need to say, oh, it's because of religion, this is what God wants. You can be perfectly full of faith without going to religion. There are some people who decide not to practice religion. That doesn't mean they don't practice faith. You can go and you can worship at your altar without actually having to have a physical altar there. Does this professor, is he wrong about it? Well, I can tell you that there's a lot of diversions. I was raised Roman Catholic, first off. So there's definitely an aspect to, you know, all these divisions and all these different diversions and who believes what and who believes this and who believes that. And to be perfectly honest with you, we need this part of our mind to study faith. We don't need to do this. We don't need to read. But, if somebody doesn't want to practice religion, I think in some senses, this Willard Preacher is talking about something that is lacking on college campus. Because let's put it this way. Any of you who have been to college know that for all the life of you, you cannot find any place that doesn't have sex or booze or drugs or cheating or girlfriend's gone wild or boyfriend's gone wild or somebody's doing this, somebody's doing that, people are cursing. College can be a really godless place. But you want to know something about it? I never really found my faith and my happiness until I got out of college and I had to go into the real world. You can be like me and satirize the Roman Catholic faith, or the Roman Catholic religion, rather. It's not hard. You can be like Bettina here. I love picking up my cat. And she's whining. What are you doing, huh? But I always think, too, that we tend to practice and try to make other people happy. Well, make yourself happy first. You can do it logically. You don't really need to stick to a particular plan or a particular religion. Just go and do good things every day in your life. That's good enough for God, whichever God you want to worship. And so, yeah, my cat's getting mad at me, so... Hey, no. That's enough of that. But I will say, though, that, if you fear what God will do to you, you're really not living life. There's some people, there's some religions, the Protestants, who believe God is just an angry man. He shoots lightning bolt. You know what I mean? And, you're and the Lutherans, and this is the whole thing where everybody wants to pretend like God is angry and whatnot. But, we don't need to be badgered about our sex lives or who's a virgin or who drinks or whatnot. And that's what this Professor Henderson was talking about. We all make mistakes. God made us imperfect. We were born with original sin. We fuck up, essentially. It's essentially it's something that we will never be able to get over. So that's what he was talking about, and we shouldn't have to feel bad for it. So, anyways, that was my opinion of the guy yelling at the Willard Preacher. Free speech, free speech is sometimes a very relativistic term. We like that as a right, the right to free speech. But, when somebody says something we don't like, we tell them to shut up. And we take that right away. Is it really a right, or is it a privilege? So I'll leave you with that. So anyways, we'll see you in March. Late February, early March. And I'm hoping that we'll get some ad revenue. And we'll go from there. So anyways, by the way, I'm Penn State grad 2010, geography department, minors in meteorology and climatology. Still aren't working in the field, but is that my fault? Yeah, but it's rough out there. So we'll keep you posted here on Red October Network. And by the way, hang on just a second. I almost forgot, for all of you who I work with, here are, because Thawne is coming up, here are 2 signed Hurricane Steve pins. Yeah, I signed them. There's only these 2. These are the only 2 I'll ever have that are signed. So I will mail them anywhere in the United States where the United States Postal Service will deliver. all you have to do is make a donation to Thon, $5 for each button. So if you donate $5 to Thon, FTK by the way, 2013, and you send me an address to send these to, you'll get my autographs. If you send 5, you get 1. If you send 10, you get them both. So they're individually numbered. And so I want you to go out and donate to Thon. Make a record of it. Email it. I'll take your word for it, and I'll ship a button to you. The Hurricane Steve button. By the way, if you don't know what this is, ask my only co-workers. So, anyways, I'll say thank you for watching the Red October Network. Stefan Cassidy here. We'll see you, hopefully, about a month.